Should be up there now. Hopefully.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute or two to come up, especially from my end. Because since we don't have like we won't have the pre notifications, it's gonna take a minute to go through. If I want to do through. Are you seeing it yet, or?
Let me refresh my page.
Okay, it's live because I'm getting viewer notifications, not on the page. Yep, so welcome back to another season of PSGL here in F5. I am back here as Rando, and I am no longer joined by J. Cole. Would you care to introduce yourself, co-commentator?
Well, hello. I am Kenny997. You may have heard me in the past couple of seasons. I commentated F8 my first season, and last season I commentated F7. Yeah, this is my first time appearing in F5. Thank you for having me, and yeah, I can't wait for the action here for F5. Definitely should be a good one, I hope. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, so for those who are new to F5, last season was abruptly ended, unfortunately, and we had Hazara win. A lot of familiar faces here tonight, Damien being the standout, but we do have the likes of Lakitu, Smalley Balls, Andrea. There's a few others I think they're supposed to be still here, but they're not here yet. But we're going to get us underway with a new face of Riggs in the Ferrari. He's going to be the first to get us going away here in Suzuka. He's burning a lot of fuel here. Make sure his car is as light as can possibly be. This is going to navigate the Casio Triangle and get us underway here for this season. Runs down through the first and only DRS zone you'll have on this Suzuka track. Just looking towards this awkward first and second corners here. We're getting at the 50-meter mark. Actually, he's committing himself very much to it. A lot of commitment there through turn one. It's paid off well. Now you come to the difficult S section. Make or break on this lap. You want to avoid those curves that can unsettle the car and send you into a spin. But he seems to have navigated well. Bit of a lift there. But now he comes up to the Dunlop corner. The difficult long left-hander. Of course, awkward when you catch the car here because it's very tight. Now he's coming up to the Degnas. Bit wary between the Degnas, but keeps the lap. That is easy to lose there when you get unsettled. He's kept it. Got up now to this very tricky hairpin. He's going to go for a wider line than most would take, but that's okay. Coming up to 220R. A very long right-hander where you keep it flat. Again, it's just an awkward place when you catch a car due to the tight nature. But he's coming to now the spoon curve. He's going to take a wide line here, rise much to the curb here, and just be patient with throttle. Foot flat to the floor now as you run through this back straight here, but there's no DRS, and the main reason is due to the corner that ends the straight, the infamous 130R. He's going to take full commitment through here. Clear up now to the last couple corners, the Casio Triangle. Right a bit of the curb here, but make sure you don't invalidate or unsettle the car. And keep your car as close to the wall on the right hand side here. Bit of DRS assistance, and we'll get started for 126.4 here. Andreo, a returning driver, a 126.7. So good opening statement by Riggs, being 3/10 ahead of Andreo, who had some success last season, especially towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and Riggs a good benchmark there, 1 minute 26.4. That's up by Lag Bouch with a 26.419. Riggs, of course, the driver I've been very familiar with, and same with Provitos and Brendock, the two Haas cars as well. That will be coming around shortly.
We're going to get an Alpine here potentially for Pokerau. I think he's just got away with that with the Alpine. The Alpine's just starting the lap as he hit the Casio Triangle, but I think that's just fine. 26.6 for him. So, a few drivers joining in late.
Yeah, he did get a little bit held up. I noticed about a couple of cars. Thankfully, though, still get a lot of time on the board. But yeah, no, Riggs finished third in the F7 championship last season. Provatox in the Haas, he was the F7 champion, probably the most consistent driver I think I've seen so far ever in my lifetime commentary. He only had one bad race, was at Bahrain last season. One finish outside the top 5. Every single race he had, he finished almost in the top 5. Got a couple of wins to his bout, so keep your eyes on him. And also Brandox as well, known to be a really good qualifier. I'm just saying this from F7 perspective. Those are drivers that have been really good in their time as well. Of course, Brandox also finishing second in the championship as well last season. As Daniel 126.465 and Damien with a 26.620 puts themselves in third and fourth for now as well.
Yeah, looking at the returning F1 drivers, the standout is definitely Damien, someone who was in the Drivers' Championship. A lot of things didn't go his way towards the end of the season, so he's going for another crack at this title. I think he definitely is the highest returning driver here. On board with his teammate though, Billo is going to come to the line at 26.8. Anyone else? I think Brandox is going to finish his lap, so I'll let you finish his lap here.
Well, I did notice though, a brief moment, he was impeded, I think, by a Mercedes.
He's impeded, yeah.
Yeah, coming out of the spoon, he had a Mercedes at the exit of turn 14, and yeah, that unfortunately ruined his lap, so he goes back into pit. But still got plenty of time, but yeah, a bit of a frustrating one.
Yeah,
I think everyone's on an in lap, I think.
Yeah,
sorry,
I think,
interrupting.
No, but I think, we're in a bit of the lull period at the moment, but yeah, this is one of the tracks where qualifying is very, very important. It's a very difficult overtake here. I saw this last year in F5 with... the fact that there's no race here anymore, I completely forget them now. But one of the Alpine drivers who had a poor qualifying and then struggled to make way and then had one overtake too many and ended his race prematurely. I think it was while racing Andrero, actually, if I remember right, was deemed a racing incident, which it completely was. Just Jesus Christ, I actually feel bad that I forgot people's names already. It's just been a season. It's actually bad.
I do remember that Brandox from F7 did win that race. He actually had a really solid race. I think that was probably one of his best races as well from F7. I think one of the standout races I remember from that season too was El Pilator, who started towards the back and then he got himself up to the third position. Mind you, there was a safety car involved, but still it was a good drive nonetheless from El Pilator from back in F7. But yeah, with this grid, we'll see how this will pan out. We do have two drivers now out on outlaps.
Andrero is going to be the first. Andrero, I think he liked to be a bit out of sync last season. He was in the Williams last season, so he always went out first. Of course, now we've been in the Red Bull this season. He's going to be opposite end. He'll have the longest wait, so he's gone a bit out of sequence. You know, he was a driver who had a poor enough start to the season, but built up towards the end, picked up a couple podiums, and I believe he actually took pole here last year. He was high up the grid anyway. I can't remember if he took pole. I think also we have Randall mentioning Smalley Balls. I think Smalley Balls was also a big name here, but we'll go on board with Andreo, who I'm used to being on board with for qualifying anyway, due to me first. He might get a bit caught up here. Lockhart's coming out the pit lane now, so this may be awkward for him, but he's navigated the first one pretty well, coming out through this S section, seeming more aggressive here, taking a lot of curve, which can be a risk. Bit wide there. It's coming up now to the Dunlop corner. Full commitment here, bit drifting wide here. He's going to catch up to a Williams there, but gets out of his way as well as he can. Bit up on his first time anyway. Very committed through the Degna corners, which they're very difficult here. I really did not like driving them myself. The hairpin now, how tight is he going to take? He takes a really tight line for the hairpin, so that suggests he has a very high downforce setup that he can take that narrow line. So he's now going to run down for 220. He's got Ferrari coming up. Ferrari gets well out of his way, so he's going to hit the spoon curve, hits all the curves he can apart from the inside to end spoon curve, runs a bit wide in the exit. That may cost him a small bit, not too much though. He's going to get a bit of a slipstream here from the slow Ferrari, get any bit of advantage he can. Now he's got a clean track in front of him, 3/10 the advantage at the moment. He's looking to take provisional pole here, a bit more time needed through the Castro triangles, but if he puts enough commitment through it, and which he does, take it nice and tight, bit of a curve right there, said to move off, might cost him, but nope. Provisional pole for Andrero. I believe Miguel is going to be our next. He's slightly up.
Yeah, he's up by 7 thousandths of a second, so he has out of spoon.
He's backed out.
Oh yeah, he has backed out completely.
Owns invalidated. Aiden's just starting. Astro, I think, is going to be next. Astro, another returning driver. He was a reserve mainly last year. Had a couple appearances. I think he is a fellow Irishman here, so I am happy with that. As is Owen, another Irishman who I know very well when he watches this back. Hello, Owen. How's it going? You thought you could get rid of me? But on board Astros, yet to put a lap time on the board. So this is probably his first run. He was a late joiner. He did mention in the Discord he'd be a late joiner. So this is probably his first run anyway. Seems really good for the spoon curve anyway. Running now. We'll see what his sector split is for sector 2. And 11-1. That is strong enough. He's going to be tight here with traffic. He might just avoid the Mercedes here for the Castro triangle. He does. Oh, takes a bit too much curb there at the start. He took way too much. Tokyo drifting away from the pit wall, almost pulled. I think Robert Kubica did that in 2019, but he saved it this time. But Astro's able to save that. But you can tell we're in Japan by that drifting anyway. But I think Brandok is on a lap in now. I'll let you go through a man you know very well.
Alright. Yep, definitely one of the best qualifiers I thought in F7. We'll head around 200R and now make its way up towards Spoon Curve. Entry speed about 187 miles an hour, or about less than 310 kph. Exit speed about 130 as he makes his way down the back straightaways. Lifebound now goes back to the top with a 1 minute 26.373. Brandog's 1 minute 99 to the middle sector. That's not bad. Entry speed and apex speed about over 187. Through the Castro triangle, third gear, around the final corner now, opens the DRS and will cross the line, and what do you know, Brandog's to the top, 1 minute 26.311. Beats out 2600s.
Poker was about to finish the lap, but almost put it off the final corner. Did the exact same thing as Astro, just not as extreme, but he couldn't put himself in the pit, so he's got to go around frustrated for this lap now. Unfortunately, who is on a lap? We're trying to figure that out. A few invalidations I'm seeing.
Let's see if I can find anybody close.
Is Cherno on it? Aiden's on. Actually, no, Aiden's on an in lap. Apologies. Rolling no.
I think most of them are in laps, if I'm totally fair.
Cherno, I presume, is on a lap. Nope, he's back out. Okay, yeah. I guess, 5 minutes ago, everyone's kind of just finished their second run or waiting for the final run. So yeah,
the track involved even more. But yeah.
Yeah, but Ford Drive is yet to put a lap time on the board. We got some racing down into 130R below on Lifebound, just seeing who's the quickest on the in laps. Yeah, just kind of now we're waiting for. It's kind of the game of chicken here. Of course, slipstream effect not crucial here like some other tracks. What we see, but you want to be the last man out, get the best of the track conditions. So we're just gonna go away and see who gets the first, and who wants to be a bit out of sync, who wants to go early and just ensure they don't get caught up in like incidents of potentially. Of course, you don't have like IRL yellow flags or red flag rules, but you can still, like, if you're in a massive battle, people, and someone spins in front of you, that's gonna catch you out, definitely. So it'll be interesting as everyone is, unless one of these
back
are
in the pit lane pretty much.
No, only one, and he's definitely not going for a lap. So just gotta wait now to see who's gonna go first. But it's tight at the top anyway. Brandox has it with a 26.311, 3.73 for a Lifebound, and Dorero 3.78, and Riggs on a 3.82. Then you have a small bit of a jump to Daniel and Billows in the 0.4s. A few drivers in the 0.6. Then you have a bit out of sync, probably haven't gone to full potential, but a few cars are coming out now. Soapbox, one of the four yet to put a lap on. He's going early, and we're going. A few cars starting to come out now. You'd want to be coming out between 2:30 and 2:45. That would be what I do personally, but everyone has different preferences. But Soapbox will be getting us on the way for the start of the last few runs.
Yeah, for sure. And also the top four separated by less than a tenth of a second. Very, very close, as you kind of pointed out. And no, it's been a very close qualifying so far. And if you want to know overall, probably, from P1 to 13, separated by a second. But yeah, we still got a few times yet to see, as you the first car out of the pit lane. He's on our lap, of course, trying to get some temperature into his tires.
It's very cautious outlap, actually, I'm noticing. He's not really weaving, he's just kind of... I don't know, burning some fuel anyway, definitely burning some fuel, but I'm not seeing a lot of weaving from him, which is interesting. Because this is a track where you need the tire temps, definitely, and he's actually let a Ferrari go. I think that's the key to. It is, and Riggs has got a
penalty.
Oh, has he? We may need a restart. We'll see what the situation is. Oh,
he's got another one because of a mess and run right behind that Astro. So yeah, we're probably gonna
we probably need a restart then. But everyone is out on track right now, and Lakitu is going to be the first man to get us going to end this sequence. So go on board with Lakitu for the meantime. Then we'll go back to those who are at the top at the moment. Here comes Lakitu now. Anyway, he'll start us off. Anyway, running down to turn 1, turn 2. A very difficult start to the lap. Anyway, he's taking a very narrow line. Actually, for one, that's very unprecedented. Very close to track limits there off the exit of turn 3. Coming out through this S section. Long commitment here. Very unsettled there through turn 6. But he's kept it going anyway. Could have easily spun that, but he's got the commitment now. Running through Dunlop. Foot is flat to the floor. You don't want to drift out wide, otherwise you are spinning. Yeah, I thought he might have time to do another one anyway. Soapbox now, he's coming through Dunlop. Second man out anyway. A lot of traffic coming at the moment through sector 3. Hopefully Soapbox does not get caught up in that. He's yet to put a lap down, so he'll complete this anyway. Coming up now to the hairpin here. It's a nice tight line here. Very smooth with the trawl there. Took a bit of the exit curve also. Just to use as much of the track as he can. Right now for 220 are looking at Spoon Curb now. What's he going to do for it? Very wide for Spoon Curb. Took a lot of curb there. Takes as much. I don't think he could have gone any wider there for Spoon. Miguel has crashed off the Degna corners. His teammate Soapbox though is at 10.1 through the second sector. This could be a solid time for him. It might not be pole position, but he can definitely see himself well into the top 10 here as long as he navigates the Castro Triangle well. Coming down now for the final corner, tight to the wall here, to the line, and he's going to be a 26.5. Who is going to be next? Bill is going to be next. Only slight improvement here. It's going to be first of the front runners. I think it's going to be Riggs who has the grip.
He's the next across the line. He'll stay 15th.
Poker Rao has had an issue. Foley Spawn. Profit Talks is coming now through 130R. He's 4 attempts up at the moment, so he can see himself improving to the top 10 definitely. Daniel has crashed out by looks of things. Sachs retiring the pits. Never mind that.
That's in the pit line. He went across the line. He was up on his time.
Profit Talks to the line. P12. Smalley Boston Vallis. Oh, straight.
Wow.
Damien, the returning driver, 3 attempts up. He can see himself on pole. This could be a massive lap for Damien. He is a strong qualifier. We know that for a fact. Coming to the line, Damien, only P6, and he's only a 10. Lifeboat takes pole, but Brandox will take pole.
He takes it back. Unbelievable.
But here comes
Brandox takes it back.
Kerno could say something about. He's 9.9 through the second sector. What's he going to do? Only P7. And that is that is a really close qualifying. Damien, who was 3 tenths off pole, is P6, but Brandox has taken pole. Lifebout P2, Andrero P3, the strongest of the returning drivers. Riggs will probably, Jesus, 4 thousandths between Riggs and Andrero. But yeah, a few incidents there in the final runs. Saw like the likes of Foley, Smalley Balls, Miguel and Raul having incidents in their final runs, and there's probably more we didn't see. Well, that is that, and we need to wait to see if there is going to be a restart due to a couple grid penalties being given out to Riggs. We'll need to wait for the official confirmation of that. But Brandox is on pole for the first race here in season 35 F5. Lifebout will accompany him on the front row. Andrero P3, Riggs qualified P4, Billow 5th, Damien 6th on all Alpine third row, Cherno P7, Daniel PA Owen P9, Soapbox 10th, Pokeral 11th, Smolly Balls 12th, Provatox 13th, Foley 14th, Miguel 15th, Lakitu 16th, Aiden 17th, and Astro failed to set a time. So, very close qualifying. 1.3 seconds separates the field out of those who put a lap in. Still waiting on confirmation over what is happening with Riggs. See if
I'm sure they'll be able... Well, let's see. But yeah, top two, there's 73,000. That's unreal.
Yep, restart confirmed.
Yeah, it's been confirmed. Okay, then we'll back out then.
Yeah, they'll start backing out anyway.
Cool.
Due to Riggs getting E8.
Yeah, well, that seems to be a common thing. I've been noticing some.
Yeah, be a new lobby
leagues.
completely.
Yep. Yeah, that's something I have been noticing. A lot of leagues, including PSGL, where drivers just try to. Well, the reason they go this slow is because, and get close to one another, is that they're braking and accelerating at the same time. That's basically what builds up tire temperature, because it builds from brake temperature into the tire carcass. Then, pretty much, if you get too close, well, the game just says, you get a penalty for it. And that's basically what the case was for Riggs, after having Astra behind him. So yeah, that's why we're doing this restart.
Oh, and here's Max Verstappen Pro Challenge in Mexico. Nice to know. So yeah, just gotta wait for the lobby.
Yeah, which basically has no reward. I tried it myself, and there was literally nothing you get out of it.
Thanks for the heads up. I will not be wasting time at that afterwards. But yeah, now we just gotta wait for the lobby to be made. There we go. Invite has been sent. Have you got that invite?
Yes.
Great. Unfortunately, since it's me and not Jay Cole streaming this time, you have to see everything and not just a cool screen.
Oh, you're still PS4. I could tell from the menu thing on the left side of the screen.
Can you not tell by the sound of a dying PS4?
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought it was a blow dryer. Is that really a PS4?
That's the PS4. It's 9 years old.
Oh yeah, I still got mine. I think I've had that for about 10 years now. Actually, was it 10 years? Yeah, 10 years. But I don't know if it works now. I haven't run it since I got the PS5.
Right, while we're waiting for the grid to be set, I am going to run to the bathroom. So I'll see you in a minute.
Alright. Well, I guess while he's in the lavatory, I'll read through some of the comments. Geek Stumpy, Profit Sucks fan, it seems. Yeah, no, I mean, like I mentioned, Profit Sucks was a quick driver, consistent driver in F7. Very much kind of a Provatox thing to do, though. I know he's not the strongest qualifier. Although he was actually towards the end of the season, he started to pick up his qualifying pace, which then translated to his overall pace. But, yeah, no, I think the most dramatic one I've ever seen from him was out Brazil. It was when me and Flynn commentated F7, where he got Yanetsky on the last lap. That actually was a really cool race to watch. It was when we had mixed conditions. But yeah, I know I've been mentioning only about Brandox, Provatox, and Riggs, but that's just because, like I said, I've only known those drivers from my time at F7. But now these bunch, though, they're really quick. Brandox, though, like I said in the beginning, strong qualifier, definitely proved it. Out-qualified Lifebound by just less than 1/10 of a second. A very, very close qualifying, for sure. Yeah, no, I think there's some people we could see, but yeah, not a very good strong qualifying for Aston Martin towards the back, unfortunately. And that is my commentary back. Hello.
Are you talking about Aston Martin in real life or in here?
In here.
I had to make the dig at that real life Aston Martin, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
the greatest fall off since I don't know.
I could say probably McLaren, but that took a while for that to happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen in the space of half a season.
No. Aston Martin, they're known to me
Haas,
as
I
the
guess,
biggest...
2018 to 2019, that was a fall off and a half.
Oh, that was a fall off, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I suppose
That's
between
true.
seasons, so.
Yeah, they couldn't get past like Q1 most of the time, and Grosjean and Magnussen nearly killed each other.
I mean, Grosjean nearly killed himself many times. But forgetting that, we are getting away into a lobby to get this race underway in Japan. 27 laps to go before we have our first winner of the season. Also, as mentioned in the Discord, remember your setups. I'm predicting 3 people forget their setups. In this game, driving with a preset, you may as well drive with your feet.
Oh yeah, that's not fun.
It's not nice. I've made that mistake before. You just retire after lap 5 because you value your mental health and sanity way more than driving with a preset.
Oh yeah, especially around a track like Suzuka where it's very technical. Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, I think it's still no formation lap because the formation lap in this game is a little broken, as we all know. So yeah, just remember that no set. Remember to get your set. I almost said no setup. Get your setup on, and yeah, remember no formation lap. And I think it's clear for the race. And yeah,
looking good. Unless rain happens out of nowhere, which can happen in Japan. Let's be realistic. It can just rain out of nowhere.
Oh yes, of course it can. I do see a bit of clouds in the distance, but not very many. It's just a little bit of clouds. But yeah, other than that, we should be okay. What are you thinking on strategy-wise? I think from the past I've seen a mix of strategies, but it's normally a one-stop strategy.
I mean, since we've had the reset lobby, there is no more used tires, so you can definitely incorporate softs in your strategy. You could throw on softs early on, then throw on the hards, do a massive undercut. But there's a risk of safety cars and tire drop off could be massive. But it is a track you could definitely defend on. You just need to have good traction and good commitment through the Cassio's triangle, especially because the main overtaking will happen into turn 1. But this is a track where you can definitely send it. You have the likes of the hairpin and into the Casio triangle, and if you want to be very risky, you can try sending one into 130R. But if anyone watches the Super Formula, don't try it. I mean, it's a video game, so actually you can try it, but it will probably not go well. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're away in Suzuka, and it's a great start for Brandox. He's flowing away. Andreo's going to be looking for P2, but Lifebound covers that off. It's going to be P1 as Riggs is going to try and go down the inside. Andreo goes a bit off there, but he's maintained that P3. Lifebound still in P2. Everyone's still facing the right way at the moment. Few wheel-to-wheels at the moment, but looking all good to be said. Brandox keeps his lead. No real movements at the top. It's mainly towards the back where the moves are happening. But no real movement away. As Riggs, actually, he might try one on Andreo. He's seeming ready to make the move. He's right on the rear of that Red Bull. It's the Ferrari driver. Will he try one into the hairpin potentially? He does not. Ooh.
He was close.
Here comes Philo. He's going to try and get one on Riggs. Riggs now has to defend by looks of things here. So everyone's pointing the right way for now, which is a good thing.
Yeah, no, everyone got through relatively clean so far.
Well, here comes Riggs. Surely now he's going to get this move done on the Red Bull. He's going to try it into 130 yard. No, he just doesn't have a fast car on the straight, it looks like. As the entire field is almost on hard. But is Riggs going to send one into Castro Triangle? No, he doesn't. He's thinking about it. But almost everyone on the hards. Profitox on the mediums, staying sure no smally balls. and Astro on the softs. But here comes Riggs now, surely making the move, but he doesn't have a fast car on the straight. Seems like Andreo has a bullet on the straight compared to him. Just cannot get the straight line speed to get the move done on the Red Bull, which is going to hurt him. He's going to have to try one in the corners.
Or it could be the case that I think Riggs is just, he wants to try to go for something, but he just doesn't want to go for the risk just quite yet. It is lap 2 of 27.
He was definitely trying it down the main straight, but Andreo just had significant straight line speed to keep going, even with the burning. But everyone in touching distance of each other, that's good to see. Is there going to be a sin here potentially? He's looking at it, but just can't.
Riggs looks. Oh, the Alpines are side by side here.
Damien and Billo, and they're interlocked here.
Contact.
That could have gone bad. Is Cherno's going to try one around the outside of Billo? Is he going to try both of them into one corner? I'm going to go off board with this. Billo is looking to keep the position on Cherno, but Cherno sends him off the track. Cherno goes up to P6, gets himself in between the Alpines there. He had to do that move on the softs. He needs to get these positions quickly, otherwise his tyres will start to degrade. But no one trying.
I'm just wondering how on earth, sorry to interrupt you, but how on earth did the Alpines not make any sort of contact that they can't be actually hairpin? They briefly almost did, but if it was marginal. They
did interlock tires, which could easily have been a major moment, but Damien quickly pulled out of it. As here comes Owen on Daniel through the main straight. Owen's going to be up into PA, get ahead of the Williams driver. DRS now enabled. We won't see it till the next lap, essentially, due to there being one detection point and it being the pit straight. So still got time until we see some DRS action. But at the front, Braddock's keeping his lead from Lifebell. Andreo still within the DRS, but a bit of a gap forming. Riggs is really looking to get ahead of that Red Bull, but he just can't find a way now. Will the DRS be of assistance in any way to him? But everyone is in DRS of each other, so the only man at the moment who won't have DRS is Brandox. So watch out for next lap as Smalley Balls ahead of Daniel. Actually, they're flying here. We'll go on board with that. Oh, they're going through 220R together. Smalley Balls has that move up into P9, making use of those soft tires. Meanwhile, Astro is looking. He looked at Pokerel. Is he going to try one? Down this back straight. As a poor one, he uses a lot of ERS at the moment also. It's difficult to regain it here, and he's dropping a bit. So now we're going to go back up to the front. Lifebell on Brandox. DRS is now going to be enabled. Will we see a change for the lead? Both have full tanks of ERS anyway. Lifebell is burning a bit. Is there going to be a move for the lead here?
I think there will be.
It's gaining, really gaining. Will there be a defense sent by Brandox?
No. Nope.
He's going to wait for it.
Yeah, no, he lifted it before the first corner. He wants to wait. I guess that's fair enough.
That was the thing we saw a lot last season, but that was more towards the second half of the race, not early. Early on, people were taking the lead when they had the chance. It was more towards the end where it became a game of patience, but everyone has their own strategy. But yeah, still, everyone knows the tail of each other, which is just further proving how important qualifying was. Because when there's a DRS train, it's very difficult to get your moves done. So
yeah, and with everyone less than a second from each other, it's really difficult to overtake.
As Cherno went a bit deep here, is this going to give Billo a chance to regain that P6 off? And probably not, just due to the tyres. Cherno will still have the tyre advantage at this moment with the sauce. They won't degrade for another few laps. Profitox in the mediums though, he's gone.
Oh, a bit of a moment there from Brandox at the exit of Spoon. The car was very unsettled.
Is this going to let Lifebell through?
I mean, he hasn't really got the momentum to get past just quite yet. But he did pull a little bit of a gap to Andreas, even though Andreas still got DRS. We'll have DRS. Side-by-side action at Billo. Sure no at the Casio triangle. The Alpine gets
contact!
I think that was a bit less intentional there. You kind of barked it there. But yeah, that was just because he was trying to get by.
But Lifebell taking the lead this lap. This time Lifebell takes the lead. He's thinking he's fast and he can bridge that 1 second gap. We'll see now through this lap how much he can pull. And Drell's gained on this, so maybe Lifebell is the quicker car. He's going to look to put a second on it. If he is able to put a second on Brandox, that would be massive for his race. It's not looking like it at the moment. 4 tenths is the gap as things stand. He needs another 6 tenths, and he's gaining a bit now. In fact, Brandox is burning a bit of ERS just to stay within the gap. So this is a crucial lap for the race.
Oh, that's a lot of rear locking there from Lifeboat. A lot of rear locking.
Ooh.
Oh, dearie me.
I didn't actually see that. I was on board with Brandox.
Yeah, no, he had a massive rear locking going into turn 9. I don't know how he managed to keep that car straight. But gee whiz, that was close.
Yeah, Jesus, relocking. That was in the Dignas, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Jesus,
yeah.
And he's not put it in the wall. That is impressive on its own.
Yeah, his car was so sideways it was like a shopping trolley.
Jeez, that would have been a fright for Brandox. Also seen the car sideways, and jeez, impressive on the brakes, putting some fast sectors in. We've got 4 cars within half a second of each other. Brandox, is he going to try and regain this lead of the race? Has EA gone down?
What? Have I lost connection? I've lost connection.
So did I. I think EA's went down.
Okay, well. Oh, did you lose the stream?
No, I haven't lost the stream. I think EA's just went down. I just got like an EA network down, so... what's happened here?
Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes on the action right now. I was...
Are you still in the game?
I was
Oh shit! My EA's just I just got kicked out for some reason. Oh no, I'll come back in. Yeah, I'll come back in quickly. Don't worry. Yeah, EA. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought my internet went down, but no, EA just went down. Cause I still have stream. So yeah, it was just EA for some reason. I'm back in anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, apologies, folks, for the technical difficulties there.
I have no idea why that was. It's just like, I just got the EA unable to connect to the EA network and it just kicked me out of the lobby. So I assumed the EA went down because well, first I thought it was my internet, but it wasn't because the stream's still up. So I'm guessing. Well, we're coming back in anyway. This is when all the action is definitely happening. When I am not able to watch it. I'm going to come back, and if there's a safety car when I come back, I swear. Oh, we're looking good.
No, there's no safety car.
Thank God. Here we go again. We are back. No.
Bob and Cherno. Oh, hello. Cherno's at a moment. What's happened?
I think he spun. Has he spun?
Yeah.
He might have gone.
No,
actually,
half
spun.
I think he half spun.
Ah.
Yeah, he lost like 3 spots at turn 2. He must have got tagged by somebody there.
He might have clipped the curb into turn 3. That can send your car sideways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's what's happened. But Brandox leading. I can't remember what the situation was, if it was Brandox or Lifebelt when I was left. But there's a bit of a gap back to Andrero, but still within the DRS. Everyone still in DRS of each other. Actually, Miguel's dropped out fully, so that could be the first gap we're seeing, the first field spread we'll see in this race. Pit stops will be key here, with the couple different strategy. We'll see what kind of undercut they get, especially with Spolly Balls being the lead software now with Cherno's moment. But ERS wise they are the same, Brandox and Lifebelt. So real advantage as Lifebelt gets some run off 130R. Is he going to be thinking of a pass for the lead again? As Damien's kind of joining this battle. At the moment, he's burning his Lifebelt. Lifebelt, I think he's going to be retaking the lead. Pulls out from the slipstream and pulls into the lead. Riggs and Adrero going at it, and Adrero covers the inside line to keep that P3 from Riggs.
Riggs by Smalley Balls there too.
Riggs has to get frustrated. I guess the softs are wearing off. 3-second time penalty for Astro, the first to get it. So he has the unfortunate record of being the first man this season to be penalised officially. Riggs was unofficially penalised. But the official one goes to Astro.
Yeah, that must have happened at the exit of turn 1. Lifebout trying to pull a gap as best he can. It's 7 cents the margin.
He's caught himself there off the second deck now, so that's cost him about 2 temps. He's not going to risk burning any ERS though to pull away at the moment. Actually, as I say that, he turns it on for a small bit just to get a small burst of energy down through 220R. But he's not got that 1 second gap yet, and there's no one with a 1 second gap yet.
Yeah,
just
no
really impressive.
pull away.
We're almost a turn. almost a third distance. Everyone is still in DRS with each other, and there's been no incidents, which is really impressive. But still another 19 laps of racing to go. So a lot can happen, and it probably will happen. But Lifebelt will end this lap leading now. Will Brandox re-go for the lead? Damien almost shoved Riggs in the background there. There might be a move for P4 happening here. There won't be a move for P1, I think. Is Damien going to try send on Riggs? Potentially. Doesn't look like it. Riggs gaining a lot on Andrew. He was thinking of sticking it down the inside into the first couple corners, but just can't do it. Does not have the car position, too much of a risk going for a send in that position. He's waiting his time, but I think we're going to be seeing someone pulling massive undercut here potentially. Lap 30. Oh, Cherno has had his safety car.
Yep.
Has he lost his wing?
Safety. He must have lost his wing.
Oh,
sure.
how is that a safety car? Mate, this game, that's changed it up completely. And
that's changed the complexion of this race entirely for the hard runners.
Hard runners, this hurts them. Smolly Balls, Provatox, Astro, and ironically Cherno will benefit massively because they can go onto the hearts and finish the race. I can't see mediums finishing this race, so this has changed the race completely. But how that is a safety car, I will never know. I doubt any of the heart.
It's F1 at 23. Just go with it.
Yeah, you know, a car could literally split in half, and there might be a yellow flag. But if someone loses an end plate while clipping that Pirelli wall there will be a safety car and potentially a red flag if the setting is on. Lifebelt's pitting, he's gambling. Was everyone gambling?
Everybody is going.
Jesus, they are thinking.
Oh, well, we're gonna see DB double stack.
Yeah, there's gonna be the Alpines double stacking.
Has Damien overtaken in the pit lane?
No, just due to the pit box, but.
Oh, gotcha.
There's going to be some issues here due to people getting held up. Everyone's in. Can the mediums go to the end? Riggs is ahead of Andrero now. Due to Andrero getting held up in the pit. Andrero has lost out massively.
He's down to 11th place.
The Red Bull is the first one, so he's had to wait for everyone.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Profitox is the only one on the hard, so they're thinking means could do 18 laps. Oh Jesus!
That's a risk if you're doing 18 laps on the.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you kind of once Lifebout went in, kind of everyone had to. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pit and go be 20 seconds behind the field. But and like Andrero, Billo also got held up due to his teammate, but he's still ahead of Andrero. Andrero has been absolutely screwed over here. Not with double stacking with his teammate. You think back to Hungary 2021. This is what Lewis Hamilton probably feared, which is why he stayed out. And yeah, it's coming to fruition for Andrero due to no fault of his. Oh, just due to the fact that he's been assigned the Red Bull car, he is dropped from P3 to P11. I bet he's wishing he was back in the Williams like last season. Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Absolutely. No, that's unfortunate. Bill also was another driver that got involved in the worst of that whole pit lane, losing four or 5 spots?
Yeah, I think Owen is shot off the field.
Yeah, because he was 4th at one point. Yeah, Owen is up to.
Yeah, he was 9th.
Place. Yeah, he was. He was nowhere near the top 5 for a little bit. Jeez, that really changed a lot.
I presume we're going to have one more lap behind Bernd Mylander in that Aston Martin safety car until we get going again. Also, this helps anyone who may have underfueled here because Japan is really difficult with fuel. So this just lets you regain that fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll help you at least just try to. Hang on. So Subbox goes back into the pit lane. Provitas 5-second penalty for speeding.
What's happened here? Actually, yeah. Is this wing damage? Oh no! I know what they've done. They put themselves on the hardest set of tires, so they pitted again. So they've done their mandatory 2 components, and they've gone back on the hards. With Protox and Cherno, I'm actually curious with, because they just pitted again.
Well,
Did Cherno not change his wing? Oh, I think that's what happened. Cherno, his wing didn't change.
well, Provatox will start on the mediums. He went to the hards and then he went back to the mediums. So he's back to his mediums, but it's the second set of mediums he has.
I'm guessing he really doesn't like the hards then, and he's decided to do this race in a medium stretch, actually. But yeah, if the tires do,